Identity theft is on the rise, both nationally and in Wisconsin.
It costs the average identity theft victim 12 hours and more than $300 to try to resolve fraud. So it's very wise to put a plan in place right now to protect yourself from identity theft. And joining us tonight with some tips on keeping our IDs protected is Sandy Chalmers from the Department of Ag Trade and Consumer Protection. Nice to see you.
Nice to be here.
So what are some of the top things you want to do to ensure your identity is protected?
Well, probably the most important thing is to shred any documents that you may have with personal information on them. You don't want to put that kind of thing in the trash. Why would you make it easy for an identity thief to get that information? Second, probably one of the more common ways that identity thieves get our information is because they ask us for it, and then we give it to them through these phone calls. And you know, there are so many calls where people pretend to be from the IRS or Medicare. So our advice is to never give information in response to an unsolicited phone call.
And don't trust the caller ID either, because they can jury-rig that.
It's very easy to do that, yes.
And what about freezing your credit report? What is that all about?
We think at this point you can plan on either being a victim of identity theft or a data breach. So we recommend—
Plan on it.
Yeah. It's become that common. You know, it's impacted tens of millions of Americans. We recommend that people consider placing a security freeze on their credit report, and that basically locks your credit report down, which makes it more difficult for an identity thief to open an account in your name. Now, it costs $10, and you have to go to each of the 3 major credit reporting bureaus to do that. But a worthwhile investment, you know, and to get that peace of mind.
You saw the promo right before our segment about someone compromised my Social Security number, and I am always blown away by how many people request your Social Security number. Can you just refuse to give it to someone?
In many cases, you can. At the very least, ask, why do you need it? How are you going to keep it secure? When you're done with it, how are you going to destroy the record of my Social Security number? Sometimes, you know, if you set up a phone account or a bank account, they will ask you for it, and you have the choice of either walking away or giving them your Social Security number.
And you can't change your Social Security number like you could a password.
Well, there are cases where the Social Security Administration will issue a new Social Security number to you if you're a victim of identity theft. But of course, that's a huge undertaking, you can imagine. So obviously, protecting yourself and having that plan in place to protect your personal information is the way to go.
Shred.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And we are doing a Shred Fest this weekend. So it's an opportunity for you to get that done. It is this Saturday morning. You can come here to the station with up to 3 grocery bags full of old bills, Social Security statements, and prescriptions, and we'll shed them for you for free. It runs from 8:30 until 11 on Saturday morning. You can also stop by SVA Madison on John Q. Hammonds Drive.
Thank you, Sandy. That's great information.
Thank you.
We appreciate your help.
Today.
Thanks.